slowly fading. Their skins are smooth, and they're proportionally slim and skinny, but they got a curve. But you can't sleep with them, and they whisper things in your ears, and they keep you wide awake at night. There are smartphones. Yay! Smartphones are dearest to our hearts, even more than our boyfriends, girlfriends, or even spouses. As reported by the dailymedia.com on June 26, 2012, 77% of the people surveyed reported that they will feel more anxious if they lose their cell phones rather than their wedding rings. How crazy is that? Sadly, while they're being anxious about losing their phones, they don't realize that cell phones can actually harm them with the radiation they emit. So today, I'm going to explain to you about the bad effects of cell phone radiation and how we should stay away from the risk. I will begin by explaining the bad effects that cell phone radiation can have on us, what increase our exposure to them, and the simple and smart solutions to keep us safe, smart, and smarter than our smartphones. So, now let's get started. According to webcancer.gov on June 18, 2012, cell phones emit radio frequency energy, or radio waves. Tissues nearest to where we hold our cell phones can absorb this energy. Cool, energy, does it make us stronger? No. The article on cancer.gov further explains that the WHO, or the World Health Organization, has recently classified radio frequency fields as possibly carcinogenic to humans. Carcinogenic means that the cell phone radiation can cause cancer or help you develop brain tumor or glioma. On May 31st, 2011, CNN.com explains that what the radiation does is eventually what microwaves do to food. So cell phones cook your brain. So they can also impair your cognitive memory functioning, since they also cook your memory temporal lobes, which are here where we hold our cell phones when we make phone calls. Now, think about what other parts of your body can your cell phones cook. Males, if you put them in your pockets, it cooks something near your pockets too. The DailyBeast.com on June 2nd, 2011 reports that the scientists concluded that cell phones could downgrade the semen quality in men, leading them into infertility. Meanwhile, for females, especially for pregnant women, the US News.com on March 15, 2012 says that the radiation may have consequences for the developing brains of fetuses. And adding to that, medicaldaily.com on March 15, 2012 featured a Yale experiment that concluded that babies who are exposed to cell phone radiation during pregnancy may grow up to develop ADHD, meaning they develop as attentiveness or they become too hyperactive. Hyperactive babies is not good, so now you know that cell phone radiation can cause us harm. And now let's investigate the causes. There are at least 4 things that can increase our likelihood to be exposed to cell phone radiation. First, people think that cell phones are harmless. People doubt that cell phones can really cause cancer because, as the WHO mentioned before, it's merely a possibility. So people may have heard from their relatives or friends that cell phones can make you stupid and stuff, but they just take it as rumors. Secondly, people just use their cell phones all the time to make phone calls because communicating is becoming so prominent for people today. And then thirdly, during the day, people always carry their cell phone in their pockets all the time because carrying them close to your body is the easiest way to ensure that you do not leave your cell phones at home or miss anyone's phone calls or texts. And last, during the night, people bring their cell phones to sleep and they don't want to turn them off. Why? Because people do Facebook, they tweet, they post photos until they fall asleep, and they depend on their phones to wake them up the next morning. So those are the causes. However, because we're smarter than our smartphones, there are some simple solutions to keep us safe from the risks that those sexy and curvy things can bring to us. It seems harsh to separate ourselves from our gadgets today, but we can reduce our likelihood to develop some cancers or become infertile by doing the simplest thing. The first step to do is to take precautionary action about this issue. Say that maybe there's 50%, or maybe lower than that, 35 or 25% of chance that we can develop a type of cancer or become infertile just because of a cell phone. Think that life would be much wonderful if we can just eliminate those 25%, right? So, especially if we can just do it in some simple things. So pay attention, because I'm going to tell you the easiest one to do. The first thing to do, the easiest one, is to talk less and text more. On June 6, 2011, CNET.com advises us to do so because when we text or use messengers, we won't be holding our phones that close to our brains. So texting is actually a really good way to reduce exposure. And so the song should really go text me maybe instead of call me maybe. And besides, only with texting we can use smiley faces, the ones without attachments. The next thing to do is to avoid putting our cell phones in our pockets. So females, do not put them in your bras, put them in your purses. And for you males, when it's possible, like during this class or when you're driving, just take them out of your pockets and put them beside you. Or when you're going on a date, tell your girlfriends that they look fabulous today, and ask them nicely to carry your cell phone in the purse. Well, girls, remember that the manliest men are those who are willing to carry your purses for you. Next, do not sleep with your cell phones. If you need your cell phones for morning alarms, putting your cell phones away from you is actually proven, according to my experience as a sleepyhead, to be more effective to wake people up because people actually have to get out of bed to turn it off. And if you really have to sleep with your cell phones, if they're 60 or 30, whatever, you can just turn them off. And if it's inconvenient for you because you're a Facebooker and you tweet a lot and you post photos after you fall asleep with your phone on your head, just use the auto turn off feature. Blackberries have this feature under settings, and it allows you to set the time you want your phones to be turned off at night and turn on the next morning. iPhones and Androids don't have this feature, but you can download an application called the Auto On-Off Scheduler for free for both iPhone and Android. We all love free stuff, right? So now you know that cell phone radiation are harmful for us, and now you know the causes that increase our exposure to them, and now you know the simplest steps to reduce our likelihood to develop cancer. So remember, girls and guys, no matter how sexy and curvy those phones are, don't sleep with them. And this is crazy, so text me maybe?
Yeah.